about Sarkodie. Now, George Britton thinks Sarkodie needs a major record label to handle him. What do you think? Let me start with Sika.
Okay, so George, as we all know, is a talent manager. He's been in the industry for a while, and he's been part of the gatekeepers who have actually helped some of our young arts or our young talent to get into mainstream. An example is Camido.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
It's recently that we got to hear that both of them are no longer working together.
Yeah.
And they've parted ways on a mutual level. But then, what he's saying about Sarkodie, I think most people have been saying this for so long. People, because if I really remember, somebody I've forgotten, but I remember lots of people, industry players, have actually mentioned that it is about time. And I think this really started when we realized that some of his Nigerian contenders were filling auditoriums, arenas. They were making it big on the global scene. Because we realized that, Charlie, this guy is actually good. I mean, he's one of the few guys who took African rap globally. Let's be honest. And the last time I was saying this, that I'm so proud that anytime we talk about rap, we come to Ghana. We come to West Africa. We come to Ghana before we even go to South Africa. Anytime we are talking about one of the top MCs we have in Africa, at least first five there, we have them from Ghana. And Sarkodie is always on top of the list before the others also come. So seeing that those people that he actually started with, those people that came to meet him in the scene, they are selling out auditoriums, they are hitting it globally so well. But then we are not saying that Sarkodie is not doing well. You get it? Sometimes you have to look at it from the showbiz and take the business side of it also very seriously. Because it's not just about you having the talent. It's not just about you having the flow, having the rhythm, having the popularity in a particular jurisdiction. Okay. But then you also have to have the links. And I think sometimes when we have this conversation, what people actually try to point out is the fact that these Nigerians are able to build links. They have networks. They have tight and good connections. So they are able to hop on the plane and then be touring Europe, be going here, be going there, go to Asia and be selling out and be on top of the these music platforms and have their songs all over. So for me, this is not something new. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this is not something new that we are hearing about Sarkodie having to join a major record label. The last time Akon said something that, as we all know, Akon was trying to build a music record label to sign talented African musicians. Yeah. Yes. And we all heard that Sarkodie was being signed onto that label. And then recently, Akon came out to say that Sarkodie, the reason Sarkodie didn't get onto his label was because, as at that time, Sarkodie wasn't ready. Even though I feel there's more better reason than that. I feel this is just something that they're just using to brush things off. But how long has it been? How long has it been since that time? And what is Sarkodie also doing? And I understand that he's trying to form this independent artist and I want to do things on my own. I want to prove that. I'm sure he's sort of having a bit of the Kwame Nkrumah mindset. The black man is able to is capable of managing his own affairs. So he feels he can do it.
But he's been able to manage his own affairs.
He's been able, but truthfully speaking, SAC natives don't come after me. But truthfully speaking, the level Sarkodie ought to be, we really deep inside our hearts, the level Sarkodie, that is not the level he is. Let's be honest. I mean, of course, we will all say it. He's the most decorated rapper in Africa. Yeah, and dang. Ekosi saying, you get it. So what George Britton is actually saying, it's not something new. Lots of industry players have been saying this over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, aside from the fact that people are saying he should rap in English better, we don't even care about that one. Because language is not a barrier when it comes to music or gaining listenership. So that one day, and then check. But then it's about time. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why. I don't know if he feels that he's too big for it. But you're not too big for a label. I mean, no matter the level you get to, Rihanna Dems, Beyonce Dems, all these American big artists that we have, they were all on big music record labels. I mean, they will cheat you, but then at the end of the day, it's a win-win. It's a win-win situation for both parties. So this one there, Sarkodie, I think it's about time. It's about time. If he's not going to do it, that's fine. But I think he's too comfortable too. He's too comfortable with wherever the level that he is now.
What if he's not getting what he wants in the label?
What exactly does he want? You know, recently in the Hennessy, what's the name of the thing? Hennessy, yes. Hennessy Sci-Fi, he mentioned how some of these record labels cheat these young artists. They treat them badly. And BBR or the good ones, they take major parts of the good ones than the acts themselves. So maybe he also has that. I'm sure he's experienced that, especially when he was coming up, and maybe there were some labels that wanted to put him on. But in everything, I mean, Sarkodie can afford a good rep, a good agent, somebody that's a good negotiator. Let me just say it like that. Somebody that's going to negotiate a very good deal for him at the end of the day, won't lose it too much. So he really should. I think it's actually long overdue. It's long overdue. But I wish they had actually said this about Efia. Because with Efia, I would have had so much to say. Because Efia is
nocturnal?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like it when we mention Efia and then you want to ask Efia nocturnal.
No, because we have couple of Efia. No. We have couple of Efia in the.
It's like saying, who should I even mention?
No, you have
it's
to
like
understand.
Mentioning Whitney and then you say Whitney who? I mean, there's
with Whitney, we only know Whitney. You understand? But here in our space, we have Efia Odo, we have Sister Efia, we have couple of Efia.
They all came later.
But they have the same name.
Yes, exactly.
No. So but when we say Efia, when we have such a conversation,
Uka say sika. Obia betimi agye amane ho.
No,
but when I say
there's only one sika woman.
No, exactly. There's only one sika woman. And Uka woman Uka baby ho, but you when say wo na your from sika woman, you understand?
Yeah.
So I think
there's a lot.
There's a lot of sika.
But then basically what I'm trying to say is that just as Judge Britton is saying this about Sarkodie.
But I start with you. There's only one Efia.
Exactly. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Because Efia is big.
There's
Efia
only
is
not even industry machine.
There is
industry.
You see,
what are you trying to say?
there is.
That industry machine.
Not even industry machine.
You know, we always say that yeah. I mean, sometimes when you mention like there are other Otumfo,
it's just
but
like,
when you mention Otumfo, we are talking about something.
It's just like saying United. There are so many United. You see, it's just like saying United. When you mention United, everybody knows that you're talking about Manchester United.
Yes, indeed, that's it with Efia's own. Efia is also supposed to be so up there, selling out concerts and so many things, just as Sarkodie. So with Sarkodie's own, I really want to believe that this time around, the team is actually working so hard to make sure that if he's not even signed on to a major record label, Krampana, there will be a form of collaboration or something with, because right now it's all about connections, links, networking. Maybe you would even have the idea. Sometimes the Ghanaian music industry, people think that it's all about money. It's not just about money. You can have the money and not have the necessary connections, and it's not going to work for you. You get it. So at least Sarkodie now has the money. If he's able to find somebody, they'll also go up a bit. I mean, there's always space for everybody. The industry is big, and the opportunities available are also big.
Okay.
So they can all benefit from it. So with what Judge Britton has said, Nede, for me, I side with him 100%.
Okay, and Fawolada na Besing na yanko. Willie.
Yes,
we've been talking about this for I think quite some time now, and then Sarkodie hasn't heed to any advice of this sort. What do you think is the problem?
Okay, so I want to take us back to recently. Ne Cypher no yen, no rap no man. He said I did this thing myself. I never messed with mages. They gave me documents like 1,000 pages. I want my freedom because most of my homies are locked in cages. It's been a decade, and I'm rapping like the Rock of Ages.
Okay.
Now,
Bars.
May read the bars not correct, macho. So in this, what I'm saying, he's trying to say he did it by himself. He went to the BET twice by himself. No record label. He is the first artist globally to win Best Hip Hop Flow at the BET Hip Hop Awards. He is the first to do that globally. I feel it's just that our part of the world, we are failing to recognize and celebrate him for those things. But we are looking at the point where, he's not on a record label. He's not filling the Madison Square Gardens. He's not filling the Tottenham Stadium. He's not even filling the O2. That's the narrative we are all selling. But we are failing to look at the point that there are some people who believe working with a team draws them backwards. Because if he tells you they gave him 1,000 pages of documents, it means there are things.
Was that really real though? But maybe it was just for rhyme.
No, but again, that's his lyrics.
He's had a couple of them.
Yes, that's the reason why he said he's not even on any label. Now you look at some of the artists who are on the labels. Most of them might not tell you what they are going through. Most of them will not come out to tell you what they are going through, but deep down, they know what they are going through with these labels. You see, Stonebwoy, reason why he was recently fighting with Baba Sadiq was just because he's under an international label. So if you make an article on him that he's coming to perform at a local concert, he would have a lot of explaining to do to the record label. You go explain, tire.
Explain.
No evidence. You would feel that. So the best you would have to do is, but Sarkodie is not the man who would want to do that. He wants to do it. So I feel at this point, he might not need a major record label. Probably he would need a co-sign because he's been able to build it to a level. He would definitely need people who would want to elevate him to the next level. But again, what are the terms that people are bringing on board? Because if individually I've been able to get to the BETs, I've been able to sell, I've been able to perform on big platforms, though I have not had a major concert out there. Even Afro Nation, that's a global conversation. I've been on the platform for twice. I've been on the One African concert in Dubai so many times. It means I've been able to build myself to this level. So what are you bringing on board? Are you bringing me the chicken change of telling me, you take me on tour in Europe and go and play at some clubs where I'm already, when I say I'm going on tour, I go to those same clubs to go and play?
Okay.
So it's a documentation. It's not just about being under the label. There should be something that you need from this point. So if you sit down as a person, you assess Sarkodie, what does he need at this point to make his craft a big one, a global conversation? What does he need? What he needs right now is to have a major show outside his country. A show that's going to be a talk about show. Probably the Madison Square Gardens. The O2, they are too common, so I don't want even to use the O2 because he's even been in the O2 Indigo probably 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if he filled that place. He was there 9 years ago. So there's no way he's going back to the O2.
Before he became popular.
Before he even became popular, that's medical money in alcohol. He did that. So what are you bringing on board? What does he have to do to be on that level? So I feel when it comes to this record label conversation, it's about what the artists get. Because we are here, we've seen people sell record distribution deals, sign distribution deals with people like Empire and the rest. Kiddy has signed one. Kwame Eugene has signed one. We've seen Blacko's one is a 360 deal, so he's under the Empire record itself. Even the Blacko we're talking about, probably after 2 years ago. Now what's it? Are we seeing more of him? Has he been able to go to the most talked about O2 to fill the O2? No. The only concert Blacko has been hosting is the Mozambique Disco concert, which he does every December in Ghana.
Is that what we use to determine your success?
No, I'm just saying, no, it's all part of the things that you would want to say, okay, it's part of my catalog. That, okay, as an artist, this was the height I was able to go. We know awards also plays a role. Awards is one of those things, but there should be a catalog. Blacko has been able to also win the BET Hip Hop Awards. It's a plus on its own. But what are they doing for you as an artist? Because if you, let's back to the same cipher. Sarkodie spoke about now people he loves to do music with. Before he's able to do a feature with you, you would have to go, you have to call the person's boss, talk about some percentages. Okay, I'm doing a feature with this person, so I'll take 10%. It scares people off. Look at Sarkodie, how Sarkodie loves to jump on these young artists, their songs when they are trending. How would he be able to jump on this if he has a record deal that's binding him? So there are people who feel freedom plays a role. But if he has a co-sign, probably you have Rock Nation co-signing Sarkodie. You know, okay, now Sarkodie's deals in the US would find a different form. Sarkodie's deals in Ghana too is passing through Angelo and Spew. So you know they are doing their job on the African market. And Rock Nation is also doing their job on the international market. If there is a deal like that, I'm sure Okodipon, who doesn't want to have success in whatever he's doing. But the point is, you sit back and you look at yourself and you say, all alone, I've been able to do all these things. So what would the record label bring on board? What are they? If there is something good that would project his craft, he would go. But I believe it's just a choice. If it's a co-sign, fine. But a 360 signing for Sarkodie, I wouldn't advise anybody on his team to take that deal.
All right, Cristero, what do you think?
I think you are looking good.
Thank you. I'm blushing.
Where's with the Riz?
Boss.
Oh, that's it.
Well, Sarkodie, you know, I mean, this conversation around Sarkodie is a conversation that we have had in the past, you know, in a different form. Sarkodie, I can say, you know, is the biggest rapper, you know, here in Africa. I don't see anyone else that comes close.
South Africans are coming.
Who?
Nice
Who are
to
you?
see.
Oh, I beg you.
But now we have Odumodu Black.
Please. Seconds, please.
Is he a rapper?
Odumodu, the comes with the style. Odumodu, the comes with the black. Odumodu
Black.
We have Odumodu.
Wasatu.
We have Drems. Is it
Dremo
Drizzy or something?
Odumodu Black. Is he a rapper?
Don't you know Odumodu? It's this man.
And I'm asking if he's a rapper.
All you hear is native. This my big thing. Or if you know, that's the only thing you hear. Odumodu Black is a rapper.
But he's a rapper.
My Nigerian friends, Odumodu a rapper. You yourself say the truth. Odumodu they come change the game. Odumodu they come to the Odumodu. Is that how it is?
The game.
Odumodu they come Igbo rapper. They come change the game. Even my haters, I was better than this. Odumodu they come change the game.
Short on
Sarkodie and
Ice Prince.
Ice Prince. Is Odumodu better than Ice Prince?
Hey, please.
No.
Don't disrespect Ice Prince.
No, that's a disrespect
Let's
to
not
the OG.
disrespect Ice Prince.
Even Ice Prince was murdered on his own song. Ice Prince was murdered.
Okay. But I was just
Go and listen to that song again.
That we have
Go and listen
rappers.
to Short on Short again and come back. You give me my stone.
I like that. I like
Ice Prince
that.
was lashed. Petit rap on so cafe near the na or petit rap on so cafe.
I like that.
So this is Sarkodie we are talking about. You see, Sarkodie, when he started playing at the Apollo Theater, somewhere 2015, there was no Burna Boy, there was no Davido, there was no Wizkid. He was performing, filling Apollo in the United States of America. We all would have expected that, Sarkodie, you know, should have been out there. His name should have been out there. Just like, the Burna Boy, they came, you know, quite recently. Sarkodie has been in the game, you know. He's even done so well that he still has his name being mentioned around the likes of Burna Boy and Davido and Wizkid. By now, Sarkodie's name should have been off the market Because if you look at the number of years he has been around, and we still keep mentioning his name, that it should tell you something, that Sarkodie has done so well for himself. And he's still doing so well for himself. At a point in time, he went for about a year without producing any song, and he still got his name in the conversation. This is Sarkodie we are talking about. Sarkodie Nini.
The Sumanguru.
Yes.
Okorepon.
So, for me, talking about him being on a record label, I think that it's not just about signing or being on a record label. Yes, the likes of the big names we have in Africa, they are on record labels. Even Angelique Kidjo is on a record label. Works about 3 record labels. Island, yes, which is a part of, I think, Universal Music. Yes. So, Angelique Kidjo, as big as she is even on a record label. But the thing is that it is not just about signing on, but what the record label is bringing on board. You just don't have to go in because it is a record label. You go in and then your craft and your freedom is curtailed. You understand? They curtail your freedom. Now, the fact that you are looking forward to having your name all around, now that is even curtailed. And then you are not able to do the things you want to do. So yes,
there's a little bit of truth in there that
record labels are good. I mean, you can't write off.
Yeah, but people are being caged. Like that's the.
You cannot take that one away from it. It comes with it.
Okay.
So you have to look at the benefit. Of course, the last time Kofi made a statement here, 100% of one CD, and then 30% of 100 CDs, which is better? Of course, 30% of 100 CDs is better than 100% of one CD. So if you are doing it all alone and you are getting 100%, you are getting one CD, and all the one CD comes to you, and then you work with a record label, which is able to bring on board 100 CDs, but you get 30% of that 100 CDs. That is better.
Okay.
That is better. So you cannot just write off the importance of a record label. But this is Sarkodie, who has been in the game for quite some time. He has been doing all this by himself. And he's been able to put himself out there. He's gotten his name around every conversation, especially when it comes to rap music. It should tell you something. So it is good if there are good terms and conditions that a record label has, that a record label brings on board. That's fine. But the situation where he will be caged and he doesn't have his freedom, all in the name of, trying to make more money or trying to get his name out there, I think that is not the way to go. So for me, what I will say is that record labels are good, but it is not just about just the record label. Okay. You should look at what you are signing on to.
Just too comfortable.
Okay, you should look at what you are signing.
Who does not enjoy comfortability?
Sometimes you just have to step out of your comfort zone.
This is Sarkodie we are talking about. He's not a new up-and-coming. He's not a new up-and-coming artist.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is going to actually harm you.
No, who says it's going to harm him?
Yeah, exactly.
No, because somebody like Sarkodie, over the years he's been in the music industry. You know, are you trying to tell me that somebody like Sarkodie, he won't get, if he's to get a major record label to co-sign him or have any works to do with him, he wouldn't have a team or a group of representatives or negotiators. They will negotiate something good for him.
So it's not like record labels, they are not coming. They are coming. But then I think what they have in there in their contract is something that won't, benefit them.
And I also feel like he's actually painted this picture that I don't want to join a record.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because
I don't think so. I don't think so. If you listen to the second part of the Hennessy cipher, he big up record labels. So I don't think that Sarkodie.
I mean that one he's going to big up record labels.
Yes, so that means that he also recognizes the importance of record labels. He's not writing them off.
Yes. Yes.
So if he gets a good deal, I'm sure he will sign on to it.
Up until now, Sarkodie a good deal.
Maybe.
Probably.
Like I'm saying,
Let's
they bring the papers. He might sit down and say, but wait, individually I'm able to do this. So why should I come in?
Maybe they are bringing less. What they are bringing,
and you see what they are bringing,
it doesn't
might
match
be
up to his standards.
Yes,
exactly.
it might be less, and the job might be a lot. Probably they are telling you to release 2 albums in 2 years. You feel you are not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So as a person, you also check it if it fits in your work. Or it's a whole lot of dimensions when it comes to signing deals. If you are signing a record deal, you need to just know that okay, and I say to me, you just need to know and you move on.
Very soon, my record label is signing.
Sika Records.
Sika for no.
Sika